Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Keisha with Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. I hope you're having a fabulous Monday because I had one. It was a very productive day today. Thank y'all for rocking with me this evening. As you come in the building, hit the like button. I'm up here with my boy Duvall. We're going to talk about Unrivaled doing trades in the middle of the season. We're going to talk about some of these Easter eggs and hints that maybe Caitlin and Angel made Team USA. I don't know. We're going to also talk about, is Angel going back to Unrivaled to save the day for the road? And we're going to do a little talking about Flau'Jae. There's some rumors out there that Dallas is maybe going to trade down to take Flau'Jae in the draft. And I'm going to give you the latest on what's going on in the Rakia Jackson situation. So I hope y'all ready to get some information. And I hope y'all ready for me to smack Duvall upside his head every now and again. But my brother is here. How you feeling, Duvall? How you feeling?
We going to also talk about
Look, he wants 10 topics. What else you want to talk about?
Yeah, because I want to talk about Cardi B and Stephon Diggs breaking up last night. Good the game. I think that's important.
Didn't she? There are rumors.
They'll follow each other on Instagram.
There are rumors that she threw him a party.
A $1.2 million party.
And then they broke up.
Yep. And she didn't go to the party. He didn't go to the party because Pre, who is a strip out of Atlanta, had Allstat and him. And I think she mad because she changed her face like 10 times and it still don't work.
Oh,
still can't keep a man. And then she also, you know what I'm saying?
You a hater.
I'm just saying, don't get called the truth. She changed her face 10 times and she still can't keep him.
Let me get you. Look, ADP, don't worry about it. I got him. Look, men are fickle creatures. They can have the nicest, most beautifulest woman and still fumble the bag, as we're going to talk about a little later on today. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day is going to end. Cardi B, don't spend another $1 million on a ninja again. Spend that on your babies. Don't be doing that. And yes, y'all, I hate to tell y'all in the chat just to give y'all, you know, some introduction to this show. God dang it, I enjoyed Bad Bunny. I didn't know what he was saying.
Me either.
But I was rocking because I love the
yeah.
So I understood the story that was being told. I understood the vibe and the energy, and music is about the vibe and the energy, and music is universal language. So therefore, Bad Bunny, you all right with me? Maybe one day my kids teach me a little bit more Spanish since they know more than me and they father. But for right now, my African American self was still out there like, is that Ricky Martin? Okay. But anyway.
And then who else joined Bad Bunny was Cardi B. She was dancing with the women at the halftime.
Don't be hating.
She was down there.
She was down there. Jessica Alba was down there. Karol G was down there. I like Karol G, y'all. Yeah, I like Latin performers, y'all.
So I don't know if she was down there before she found out.
I wasn't there, Jennifer Lopez, but you know, either way, you know.
I don't know if she found out before or after.
It probably was before. And she decided. Pedro Pascal was down there too, you know, twerking. So
maybe she want a Latin man this time.
She might need to go and do that, you know. Well, I take that back. They just as fiery. I had one of them. But anyway.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Let's keep going. I got a couple of Afro Latinos in my house, but that's neat. So they was having themselves a good time, even though they didn't know half of what he was saying either, because they said he be talking that, that Spanish Ebonics. But anyway,
Yeah.
but anyway, I had fun, and I heard there was a lot of haters had their own concert. I tapped in for 2 minutes on YouTube, and I said, I'm not supposed to be here.
We did 5 million. That's it.
Yeah, I think some people did like me. What is they gonna do? Okay, let me go see.
Kid Rock had kick rocks. That's what he did.
Hey, let me tell you something, Paul. My goddaughter sat here and said, if you don't turn this off, I'm leaving. I said, okay, let's go. Because the game was boring, y'all. The football was boring. And you were right, Duval. I thought the Patriots would at least give them a run for their money. I knew the Seahawks would win, but I did not expect it to be that much of a snooze fest. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get into our topics.
Nah, I knew that Seattle was going to run them out the gym. And speaking of running, after y'all listen to this live, go check out my video on Full Court Trio about right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah, go
check it out. I don't know if
Lakeisha
posting on her Instagram or her social media.
You know what you hate? Don't be calling me out on live on YouTube. Don't
because
do it.
I asked you. I asked you many times.
All right, I'm sorry. Y'all, go to Full Court Trio right now. Click on it. Hit the like button. Hype up Duval video so he don't be up here crying.
Yeah.
Please do it. Maybe that's why.
And leave a comment. I read them.
Maybe that's why Stephon Diggs didn't want to go to that party. They got their ass whooped.
Nah, he had a different party.
Neither he know that. At 7 minutes of foolishness, we better get on with the show. Because if I start talking about that, I knew that was over about a month or two ago. Anyway, prayers out. Keep the babies safe. All right, y'all. Yeah, I see Rivers out here playing. We about to talk about the trades right now because that's going to be one of our quickest topics. So let me go and get into that because Unrivaled is on right now. Duval, now I'm guessing they say they had to do some trades up in Unrivaled. I didn't even know they could do that in the middle of the season. I remember them saying they might do that, but it's still kind of weird when it happens for me. So I'm going to bring it up and show you what the trade was. Let me bring this up. All right. Breeze, BC receives Courtney Williams from Vinyl. So Courtney Williams went from the Vinyl to Breeze with the youngins. She really wasn't being played all that much over there on the Vinyl. So I think she'll be a great addition, in my opinion, Duval, to the Breeze team with the youngest because they lost Ari McDonald to an injury. So that left them with no other point guard but Paige. So I think that's a good trade for Breeze. Sanaa Rivers went from the Hive to Vinyl, which I am happy about that because, like I think we did have some conversation off camera. I don't know what Raina Wakama was doing with Sanaa Rivers.
No.
One game she'll barely play her. The next game she'll play her 10 minutes. Then the next game she'll play her 2 minutes. And
they're gonna really help
Teaspoon.
Yeah, Teaspoon. Teaspoon love defensive type players.
And she's a defensive. She'll know what to do with her because it just seemed like Raina didn't know what to do with her. And that Hive team is not doing too good anyway. I think they may be like 2-8 or 3-8, something like that. They're not doing too good anyway. But that was the team that had Kelsey Mitchell on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Hive gonna get. Well, I do know the next trade. Hive gets Azarae Stevens from the Rose. Now, the last couple of games, Azarae Stevens ain't been playing a whole bunch. So this doesn't shock me either. But it doesn't talk about anything about the Rose getting a player. So, what do you think about Azare going to the high? I mean, the Hive
It-
needed a big man. They had what you call it? Your girl, Ezzy Megamagor, but I think she got hurt. So now Azare is going to that team to pair along with Kelsey Mitchell and Sonya Citron.
If we talking about the trade itself, or we don't talk about the big picture of the trade, I want to know how you want me to answer this.
I want you to answer the big picture of the trade because if
Okay, so we don't go
Azare is
big picture.
gone, Shakira Austin stays. Angel is out there in La La Land. Everybody on Twitter is speculating whether she's coming back or not. Go ahead with your big picture.
I think she's coming back. And the reason why I think she's coming back is fewfold. One, I just sent you something on Instagram that kind of validates that too. Let me go.
This how the website got it now.
But I just sent you something on Instagram, so pull
Okay.
that up as well. Reason why I think she's coming back is this. We all know that Azureth Stevens is Nola Henry's girl.
She is.
She tried to play Nola Henry. Nola Henry tried to play an Angel Faith last year with Azureth Stevens. At least at the beginning, not at the end, because that's when Angel became Angel. But we know that that's Azureth Stevens' girl. I don't think Nola Henry would sign off on a trade like that if it ain't a bigger fish that was coming. And I think she also had to talk to Shakira Austin and her being okay with coming off the bench. Because you know damn sure Angel ain't coming off the bench.
Shakira also actually been playing well.
She ain't no Angel Reese.
I didn't say she
coming off the
was.
bench.
I'm just saying she been playing well. That's
She
why
coming off that bench.
You didn't even let me finish what I was about to say. I was about to say that's why I think Azare is off this team.
Let me tell you something. If you ain't say she was coming off the bench, you talking Spanish to me.
No, I'm not. What I'm telling you is, Shakira came and snatched Azare's chain from her friend. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, that's fine. But she coming off that bench.
That's what I'm telling you.
Now, did you pull up my tweet?
Yeah, hold on. Look.
Hurry up now. I'm
trying to
tell
you that you know maybe they need more defensive minded people. At least Azare can't what you call it? She can't guard the rim.
No, not at all.
She be doing other stuff. I don't know what she be doing. But anyway, go ahead.
Right there.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, you read it.
The tweet before?
Yeah, tweet before and that.
Okay. I'm all in on the Angel return speculation. Then somebody else says, can't wait to watch y'all spiral like clockwork after convincing y'allself Angel is returning to Unrivaled and seeing her in a PJ going on her vacation by weekend. Remember, she didn't say anything.
Before I wanted you to read, I didn't want you to read that part, but I can address that part too.
Okay.
I'll talk about the copper part. That's on Instagram.
Okay.
So that's Kai Copper smiling.
Do you think Kai Copper gonna make her come out of retirement for Unrivaled?
I think Angel's coming back, and I think even if she go on vacation this weekend, really why that don't matter? Cause Angel wasn't doing the 1-on-1 anyway. Cause that's what happened this weekend, right? The 1-on-1 tournament.
Yeah.
So she ain't doing that.
It starts on Wednesday. Yeah.
Angel wasn't doing that anyway, so she could take a quick vacay.
Now hold on. Somebody else had a speculation. This is why I had this tweet in my repertoire. I forgot to say it. Somebody else say they speculating is Satu.
Nah. I don't
What
see
y'all
that.
think, chat? She's a versatile big.
She is, but I don't think that's the type of bid they need. And I think they already knew, in my opinion, that Angels gonna come back mid-season.
So you thought you in your mind, you think Nola Henry then got so smitten with Shakira Austin that she kicked the girl to the curb before Angel even returned.
You talking?
Talking about
Well, I'm telling you.
Because if anything, I would have thought she'd have kicked Shakira to the curb.
You know, I ain't been watching Unrivaled because I've been protesting.
But Shakira's been playing pretty good though.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Her stat real quick. She been playing pretty good, but they still been losing because
because they don't have somebody that play defensive rebound. That's what Angel Reese does.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. See, what Shakira can't do, Angel can do. What I mean by that is, Angel is a versatile bitch. She can play the three. So, like I said, the Satu ain't gonna be.
Satu.
I know, but Satu ain't gonna be as needed. You can put Satu on another team that really needs her.
She ain't got no team to go to. Her team she left is stacked.
Nah, but I'm saying it's other teams that probably. Cause I think there's a couple more teams that have an empty spot too. It's not just the Rose. I think 1 or 2 more teams have an empty spot.
Yeah, Shakira Austin is averaging. What's she averaging? I just pulled it up just to make sure I wasn't crazy because I be watching the shit and then she averaging 16 points a game. What's her rebound? Why they got this shit set like that? 8.5 rebounds a game. 64% field goal. No, I take that back. I'm on the wrong thing. They make this shit so crazy. You got to do all this. 56% field goal percentage on the floor. 16 points a game, 8.5 rebounds a game, and she's shooting 56% from the field.
And I know we're gonna play this like I said, the video and everything later.
Which I don't have a problem with 2 bigs because they had 2 bigs before with Azurá Stevens, but they need more defense. So technically, they could play Shakira and Angel together.
Yeah,
I would be happy if because sometimes and play Chelsea Gray, but I am surprised that they're not getting another ball handler because it don't seem like the Rose really. How can I put it? Want to play Shug Sutton?
And you ain't show my other tweet.
Which one?
The one in the gym.
Oh, hold on.
Dang, man.
I didn't know that you was going to that just that quick. God dang.
I told you we need to have the stuff together.
What's up?
All the tweets and stuff.
You talking about just the picture?
Yeah, the picture. We professional around here.
Look, I got the picture. I ain't know you. Did you ask for the picture?
I asked for the picture. I said
you ain't asked for nothing. You was sitting over there talking about crazy stuff.
And then but yeah. Remember Angel said,
tweets.
And then remember Angel said she's on the ground between now all the way to March.
That's what she said.
That's another picture. Now that was
when she was interviewing Teaspoon.
Yeah, so that was like a week or so ago. So she been practicing in Miami. So she been there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, all this is speculation. Like I said again.
Oh, somebody say Sugg been hurt. Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
But I'm just saying that's the reason why I think it's Angel. I don't think like even when you said who you think the next person gonna be, I don't think they put that out there for Satu. Satu ain't that important. And that's no shade to Satu. I love Satu.
You a hater.
I love Satu. I married Satu today.
Agent might have decided she don't want she chilling.
If she chilling. I'll protest, I told you.
You just wanted to be Agent because you want to stop protesting.
Yeah. So we do the live games and stuff. But she ain't planning on protesting.
But you have to admit that it could be Satu.
It could be. But I just think they wouldn't have this build up like that for Satu. Or Kai Copper wouldn't send a smiley wink tweet for Satu. They don't have a relationship like that. Now, remember, I think Satu and Kai was like kind of at odds.
Well, they on the same team. I'm not sure.
I thought they was at odds for the Mercury last year. Or that was DeWanna Bonner.
That might have been DeWanna Bonner.
Okay, I know one of them two was at odds.
Because I remember Satu and Dewana Bonner kind of she was a little upset that her role because they play kind of the same position.
Mm-hmm.
And she was upset that she just slid into that role. Remember, at first they had started Dewana Bonner, and then they sent her to the bench for a little bit. Satu was hurt, so the rift was between Satu and Dewana Bonner, not Kai.
No, okay.
So,
but I still don't think her and Kai is like tight like that, right?
Yeah, Satu is on the Phantom roster, but I thought the Phantom. Let me go look, y'all. I thought the Phantoms already had their people. So.
Nah, but I think she on the roster and she was like, and then she
Y'all
just
could
was
be
out.
right. I'm speculating like y'all.
And I think if anything, she'll go back to the Phantom.
Oh no, now let's go see who on the Phantom. All right, just want to make sure I ain't crazy. They already got on the Phantom. So, yeah, she could go back to the Phantom. But Kiki is on the Phantom, along with Leah Boston, Natasha Cloud, Kelsey Plum, and your girl Dana Evans, and Tip Hayes. See, they got 7 people on the Phantom.
But they can send one of them somewhere else. Because remember, there's a couple more teams that only got 5 players.
And just like they can send Satu somewhere else.
That won't, what could be. But
because, like I say, yes, Brian Lewis is correct. She is still on Phantom's roster, but their roster is over the amount of people. They just left her there because she was injured. They still filled her spot because it's 6 per team. That's all I'm saying.
Because Tip Hayes was the fill-in.
Mm-hmm.
So they can send Tip Hayes somewhere else.
They could. But if you the Phantom coach, why would you send Tips Hayes somewhere?
Because she was the fill-in. She was the fill-in for Satu.
But that don't mean you want to send Tip Hayes away.
Okay.
As a coach, I mean, and get another big. Because you already got Kiki. You already got Leah Boston. I
think, and also, like I said, going back to that tweet where the Rose was like, who you think the spot is going to be. I don't think they do that if it's just for Satu or any other person. I think they doing that because it's for Angel. I think Angel's coming back. And I think her coming back will be a game changer. Because I'm going to just be honest. And the chat could agree with me or disagree with me, but I think the chat will most likely agree with me. Mm-hmm. A lot of us Angel fans haven't watched on Rob because she ain't playing. And that's including me.
Of course, yeah.
So if she plays, we come back, and them haters that want to clip her and her mistakes, they come back, and them ratings going to go up.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just their hair merit because, like I said again, if you're a fee, yeah, the ratings don't matter when it comes to if the league gonna stay open or not. I don't think that's a factor. But I'm gonna tell you what is a factor when it comes to those ratings. Those sponsorship dollars. If you want more sponsorship dollars, you have to show that people is interested in this product. And right now, with Paige being the face and the marquee, it just ain't working. You know what I'm saying? There's no shade to Paige, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of us Angel fans ain't getting excited just to watch no Paige. We don't. That just ain't us.
Well, I am, but yeah. But I'm
as you, because you're a basketball nut. You know what I'm saying? But
Paige is an unbelievable basketball player. I don't watch foolishness either.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how much. Tell her get out of here. Get off of mute, Keisha.
I'm off of mute.
Yeah, you tell her get out of here.
She just coming there when we do it, so I understand.
Who's
Go.
that?
The people in the chat.
Yeah, get out of here. Tell her get out of here.
The mind their business.
Get out. Say that again. What you were saying? Go ahead.
I was gonna say also, I'm gonna tell you how much. I'm gonna tell you how much Angel could be beneficial to Unrivaled itself. Even the pregame show will be tuned into. Cause we'll want to know what the hell Candy's gonna try to backslide and pop and see what she say slick out her goddamn mouth.
Just say you want Angel to come back. Just say it.
I ain't gonna lie. I told you I'm protesting. I don't apologize. So I could be a real fan, a fake fan, whatever you want to call me. I'm protesting. If my girl ain't playing, I ain't playing.
Well, hold on. Let's look. Hold on. Hold that notion. Because guess what, Duval? I don't care what you be saying. I care what the stud buds be saying.
What still will say?
I don't care what the stud buds be saying. Hold on. Let's see what these fools say.
Okay. But wait, who is going to Rose? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Why they acting like that?
Okay.
But wait, who is going to Rose? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think they do.
They can't hide it. They know Angel coming back.
I was like, they do know.
Yeah. They know Angel. They know Angel coming back.
You think they know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I think.
And so even for the people that's saying she's not in basketball shape, that's a lie. She been practicing all this time. There have been videos and even still shots of her practices every day in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
She been practicing up until this point. She been practicing when she did the interview with Teaspoon. Not only she got to be in basketball shape for on Rival if she wants to come back, but she got to be in basketball shape for Team USA, which is in March. So
I just don't want you to get, I just don't want you to get your feelings hurt, Duval.
not at all, because she don't play.
Caution.
If she don't play, I ain't watching. And I just wait till the what you call it, the World Cup thing.
Yeah, look at people. Look at people. Asia coming back to save the Rose. They got LeBron. So there's a lot of people out there in the online land that is hoping that it's her.
Mm-hmm.
hoping that it's her. So I don't know, y'all. I if it's not Angel, I feel your pain, Duval, because she'll move the needle. But
in more ways than one.
But Unrivaled has messed with my emotions too much this season because they made us wait through the whole unveiling for us not to have Angel Reese at the end of it. Remember, we was all disappointed. Oh my God. And then so I don't trust it. I'm not getting my hopes up until it manifests but I'm with you. I don't know who else it could be. Somebody said side 2. I was like, oh, okay. And then Angel, and then who else could it be? I mean, who else could it be if it's not them?
And this the only thing that give me pause too when it comes to Angel coming back. Will she be fit for again Angel before the qualifiers? Because
she not gonna
miss. She's not gonna miss that USA.
Trying not to get hurt. Because that qualifiers is what in March, and yes. So she do run the risk of getting hurt in Unrivaled, or maybe but on the flip side, she could use Unrivaled to make sure she's
in basketball shape.
Because you still work it out and all that stuff, but it's nothing like real time basketball, if that makes sense to y'all. So she might be using that she might be using Unrivaled to get ready for the qualifiers. So.
Because think about this here, you could, because this what Angel can tell somebody like what's your girl name, Nola Henry. Don't play me that much,
right?
Play, you know what I'm saying? Play her like she might say, hey, play me 3 minutes here per quarter. You know what I'm saying? Then play Shakira Austin more, and then you know what I'm saying. And she might be okay with that. Now we might not be okay with it, but she might be okay with it. And that's all. And that's all that matters when it comes to her decision. So it could be the best of both worlds. Hey, don't play me that much, but I do want to be out here getting some basketball shape, whatnot, and then use my you know what I'm saying, conditioning and everything else to get into
shape.
Yeah, for the qualifiers. Because people don't understand the league end on March 4th.
Yeah,
the qualifier starts March 11th.
It do. I'll show y'all that. This is what people been talking about. Hold on, let me bring this up. That's a good segue. You keep talking while I'm
Okay, because I was gonna say, because remember, like I said, we're gonna play the video later. she said she was going to grind. And I think she said this last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about to pivot into that topic.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, since we there, you were talking about it, so I was gonna pivot into what Caitlyn and her. It's like they leaving Easter eggs, but I'm not an Easter egg person. I can't stand Easter eggs. I just want you to straight up tell me what you're doing. And these young people love to make announcements. So here we go. Hold on, let me see if I can make this bigger. No, it ain't gonna get no bigger, huh?
You get bigger.
Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. All right.
These next couple of weeks, though, I'm just gonna get y'all prepared. I'm gonna be literally in grind mode from now, literally now, until March 18th. These next couple of weeks, though, I'm just gonna get y'all prepared. I'm gonna be literally in grind mode from now, literally now, until March 18th.
So, and March 17th is the qualifying tournament. That's March 17th, right? I'm learning my Spanish, Bad Bunny, and learning Spanish.
March 11th to the 17th.
March 11th through the 17th is the World Cup 2026 qualifying tournaments for Team USA.
Mm-hmm.
So she could be talking about that, or she could be talking about Unrivaled in that.
I believe it's both.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they followed her conditions when it comes to her wanting to play. And part of it was, hey, she wasn't going to play in the first half because of, you know what I'm saying, her shoe promotion for Australia and stuff like that, her movie. I think all that stuff is done already. And so her movie stuff is done. I think her, with the Netflix TV show part, I think that's done already too.
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff is done. And so, again, if it was a nobody that was going to come on the Rose roster, they would have just filled it like they did last time. They would just filled it and called their day.
Yeah, because they got a developmental pool.
Mm-hmm. For them to have like an Easter egg hint, and then you got Kai Copper doing a wink and all that, they're telling me she's coming back. Even for the people that are saying, well, she going on vacation this week. So what? She's not doing the one-on-one. She didn't do it last year. She wasn't going to do it this year.
Same thing with Caitlyn, y'all. I mean, I don't know if she talking about the Olympics or she talking about Team USA.
She on Team USA. We all know that. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's no ifs or buts about it. Are you kidding me?
All I know is the Winter Olympics kicked off, and that's a hockey jersey.
I know, but she playing stupid with us too. She on Team USA. We know what it is. We know who picking the roster. That's why it wasn't no accident. And this is how I know for a fact all of them. I know we was going into this. Unless you want to introduce it before I speak.
What you talk about now?
If you think they're gonna be on Team USA or whatever not. So I don't know if you want to introduce it.
Yeah, we about to talk about do we think Caitlyn Paige will be going back to back, right? Mm-hmm. Paige and Angel, are they gonna be on this team for this qualifying tournament? Go ahead. You got the floor.
100%. And the reason why I say 100% because they told us what they thought of them being on the team when they had that scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had the starters, Angel, Caitlyn, Paige, Rickea, and Leah Boston. The only one I think is a question mark is Rickea. And not because of her current situation, but because if Kai and all them played, would they be a lot, would she get victimized as a numbers game?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only person I thought that was a question mark, was Rickea. But all the other four I knew was on the team. Because remember, even like, what's your girl name, Kiki, she was on the younger term, but she was coming off the bench. So is Cam Brink.
Right.
So that told me something.
Right.
Matter of fact, Karen Brick was coming off the bench for the veteran roster. So that told me she wasn't making it.
So, yeah.
Kiki coming off the bench for the young and turn. I can see them saying, okay, Kiki, be on standby in case, Leah get hurt or Angel get hurt.
Yeah, like
we gonna slide you in there. We gonna have you like they did with Angel for 2024.
Like an alternate, yeah.
Yeah. I think Kiki is closer to making the USA team than Cam Brink is. I think Cam Brink ain't gonna make the roster. I think she's long down the list. Especially how Cam Brink, based on Twitter speculation, how she been playing in Unrivaled, it's not looking good. It's like she playing like a true definition of a role player, and they don't need that. Even with something that she's do great, even what she do great, I'm talking Cam Brink, she don't have the discipline to not get in foul trouble. Keisha, you look like you froze.
Am I froze? I be doing that for me. That's that bro Claude internet. Hold on, you keep going.
You can't be freezing. We got 100 in the chat now.
You can still hear me.
Hopefully, I was scared.
You got scared. It's like, look, you can still hear me. So hold on.
Yeah.
Let me turn my camera off and then turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It should be okay. Let me see. We changed it. Then hopefully it'll bring it back. Don't get scared because I'm here. I
got you.
Am I all alone? Okay.
But I think what they're gonna do.
I put the picture up so I can get some reference, so I can put my X mark. So you think it, because I think they're gonna carry way more than they need to this thing.
But this is what you gotta think about this too. And I'm gonna tell you, this is why I think another reason why Cam Brink is not gonna make it. I think they're gonna put Cam Brink back on the 3-on-3 and give her another year or two to evaluate how far her game comes. So she could do the 3-on-3, and I think they probably tell Kiki to do the 3-on-3. Had them two do the 3-on-3, and Kiki be on standby in case Aaliyah and Angel get hurt. But but like I said, when they had that lineup, when they had that scrimmage, and they had the young intern, and they had Angel and Leah and Rickea, Caitlin and Paige starting, that told me all I needed to know. Even what's your girl name? Sonya Citron wasn't starting. She'll coming off the bench.
Yeah, I figured that though.
So they probably tell her, hey, do the 3-on-3. You know what I'm saying? Refine your skills or whatnot, and in a year we'll reevaluate, because they're gonna do another tryout, and I want to say during the end of the 2027 season for the 2028 Olympics. So I can see them doing the 3-on-3, and then, like I said, Angel, Kate, those five, the younger turn, and then Kai. You know what I'm saying? Kai. I want to say Jackie Young. You know what I'm saying? You got Stewie, Asia. You know what I'm saying? Fee. They on the team, of course.
Right.
And then maybe they hold Chester Gray, or maybe they don't. That could be a question mark.
Yeah. I think Chester Gray gonna make the team.
Good.
Yeah. Unless she have some kind of injury that holds her back or something like that. But I think if
everybody say she could make the team,
she about the only one that's really living up. Is very consistent. Is all I can say.
Everybody say she could make the team. Everybody say she could make the team. It's only because this revive feel like she could really make the team. Mm-hmm. She is the only true point guard on the team. See, all the other ones are combo guard, and this is And this is what you got to also factor in. With Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd's not coming back.
Right.
So that's a spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
For Chelsea Gray.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
She is the only true. I mean, Veronica Burton,
but she's not making the roster.
Is a point guard too. But yeah, they still need to go into this. They don't have. She the only true point guard.
Yes.
On the team, and I think they might need her leadership now in 2028. Like I said, like I see people in the chat. I would just say, like, by 2028, things could change because she is getting up there.
Yeah.
And injuries can happen, and she's already dealt with some major injuries already.
Mm-hmm. So
hopefully, knocking on wood, that doesn't happen. But unless somebody comes into the league that can take her spot, they don't really have a true point guard on the roster.
Yeah.
So, but then again, they're gonna play a different style now with Kara Lawson. So Kara Lawson loves positionless basketball. So we'll see.
And this is another reason why I know Angel and Caitlin all are making the team. Who picking the roster?
You talking about Sue Bird?
Sue Bird loves some Angel.
I know.
Sue Bird is a big Angel Reese fan. And
what about Bree Jones?
She ain't Angel.
No, I'm asking, do you think she's making the team?
No.
I'm not saying.
No, I think with Bree Jones, now she might make this one. Depends on how they gonna do their roster. Cause like
you think they're gonna bring Hamby and Angel?
I can see that. I can see Hamby more than Bree Jones.
Boston?
Yes. Because you got to think about it. Asia's not going to play in this.
Oh, yeah. Bree Jones is injured. She got injured overseas. You're right.
So she out of it.
Mm-hmm. She did it. I just remembered that. Thank you for letting me know that in the chat. Yeah, I did remember seeing she got injured overseas and she's out. I don't know how long she's out, but I remember seeing that notification. Yeah.
But so I think it's Hamby. Because you got to think about this.
Hamby is durable for sure. She don't too much miss games,
And she run the floor. She's the best big man running the floor in the league.
She do.
Best.
Yeah.
Nobody is as good as her doing that. Nobody in the W.
Mm-hmm.
That girl run the floor the best.
So
I think that's an asset to somebody like WNBA. To the Olympic team. Now her defense is horrific, but they can scheme around that though. They can make sure they put her in. They gonna put her in like short spots and have another defensive player with her. So to kind of cover up whatever flaws that she has on defense. Mm-hmm. But I also think she might make it because you gotta think about this. Asia's not gonna play. Stewie not gonna play, and Fee not gonna play.
Not in this tournament, no.
Not in this.
Mm-mm.
So
they might just bring all and see how it go. See how it go, because they do have a lot of people out.
Yes.
Well, not a lot of people, but key people out like Fee and you know what I'm saying. So we'll see. And my thing is Chelsea Gray going straight from Unrivaled to this?
Probably. I mean, Paige doing that.
She is, but she younger.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean,
if they bring Citron doing it.
Oh yeah, Citron. If they ask Citron, she doing it. She now. I think, in my opinion, she's gonna be an alternate. I don't think she's actually gonna make the team. But it all said and done. But
I think a couple of them gonna play the 3-on-3.
Yeah.
I think I can see. I know they saying they got Veronica Verdon and Alicia Gray and all that. They might just buy out.
Yeah.
And they might want to use those players that don't make the team and play on the 3-on-3 to get a true evaluation on them. Because they can't just evaluate them just on 2 days. They gonna have a constant evaluation of them all the way up to 2028. And anything they could do to put them in playing style situations would be beneficial to Sue Bird evaluation of who she wants on the roster. Okay. Because I do still think there's a. Can we break down the 2018 right now? Who I think gonna be on it?
You want to break down the 2018 right now?
Mm-hmm. Who I think gonna be on it?
Go ahead. You got
I think it's gonna be
there.
I think it's gonna be a
hold on.
spot.
Let me, because I always got to figure out who was on the team before. But hold on, let me get the team before, because then that let me know who's.
I think was on before was like Chelsea Gray, Diana Taurasi. You got Brittany Griner. You got Alyssa Thomas. You got
Yeah, I need to know, because I need to know how many spots are left is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Kai Copper. You had Stewie, Asia, and Fee. So I just named 10.
Yeah,
and did a song missing too.
Yeah, who was on the team before?
Oh yeah, Kelsey. What's it called? Kelsey Plum was 11.
Yeah, because Plum was already on the team.
Yeah, so I named everybody except for one. I'm missing one.
Hold on. I'm about to tell you. I'm pulling up the roster now. All right, so who was on the team? All right. Fee was on the team. She's gonna still be on the team. Kai, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner's not gonna be on the team, so I already got 3 spots gone. Mm-hmm. Sabrina is probably 4.
Yes.
That's
the person I'm missing.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd's not gonna make the team. Kelsey Plum will be 5.
Yes.
Stewie will be 6.
Yes.
DT won't make it. Alyssa Thomas will probably make it. 7. Asia is 8.
Yes.
Jackie Young is 9.
Yes. I don't know.
3 spots left. You will have to actually. That's what I said to somebody.
You said 3 spots left? I'm gonna tell you the 3.
Yeah, because they're only doing 12, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the 3. Caitlin, Angel, and Paige.
Yeah.
That's
and
12.
The only person that I've said this before to you, Kai might get knocked out.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you who she might get knocked out for. And it's not the person we mentioning right now.
Who?
Can I introduce you in Juju? That's the wild card.
Yeah, because Juju, it'll be in Los Angeles. She might get knocked out for Juju.
And they don't want that Caitlyn situation happen twice. But the Caitlyn Angel situation happened because there was a lot of loud north for Angel after that All-Star game to be on that Olympic team too. So they don't want that to happen twice. Saying you got that in California. Juju is a real decorated athlete, probably one of the best guards in college basketball.
She's better than Caitlyn, so
yes,
and
she can play the wing. She can play the wing real good. She's great on defense.
She can play in multiple positions, so
I can see her getting knocked out. And if let's just say, argument's sake,
and if Chelsea Gray get knocked out,
I'm gonna add one more person. I'm gonna tell the other person who's gonna get knocked out.
Who?
Alyssa Thomas gonna get knocked out.
You think? How old is Alyssa Thomas? She's 33.
Yeah, so it'll be 36 by that time.
Could possibly knock her out. AT could knock her out.
No. She gonna get knocked out for Aaliyah Boston.
Mm-hmm. AL504 is right. Aaliyah Boston is gonna be on this team.
Yeah, she gonna get knocked out for Aaliyah Boston.
If not, Kai is knocked out for Aaliyah Boston.
But I think Kai might get knocked out for Juju.
They have to knock somebody else out.
Or they could keep Kai and knock out either Chelsea Plum or Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah.
For Juju.
If anything, they might knock out Kelsey Plum, but I think Sabrina Ionescu goes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I can say Sabrina could get knocked out because her and Caitlyn got it kind of like the same game.
Yeah, I get it. Kelsey Plum's defense is. Sabrina's ain't that great either, but it's better than Kelsey Plum.
Yeah.
Because her height is the factor in that. So if it was up to me between Kelsey Plum and Sabrina, I would take Sabrina. And she's younger. She's 28 and Kelsey Plum's 31. By then she'll be 34.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Yeah. But I think one of them gonna get out of it. But Lee gonna be on the team.
And who knows? I hope Stewie still be.
But they might treat Stewart like Diane Taurasi.
I know.
Give her that one last run.
Yeah, true. They might just hold a spot for her.
They might treat her like Diane Taurasi.
She might be hobbling by then. Who knows?
Now, I think with Stewart, she's not going to play much. I think the people that going to play like that, because I don't even think a little boss is going to play much. I think the people that going to play like that is Fee, Angel, and Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I know Angel going to play for a fact a lot. Nobody don't play defense like her beside Fee. And nobody don't rebound like her in the history of the league. They're not saying that on the bench.
So yeah, I agree. I think Sabrina stays. I think she like the poster child for them. To be honest with you.
Only why I even mentioned Sabrina because, like I said, her and Caitlin got the same kind of style of game.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to cut that spot, they could be like Sabrina. But reason why I think you're right.
I think Caitlin coming off the bench.
Me too.
So
I think they. Me too. I really do.
I really do. And Sabrina is another one of those players that can slide into different positions too.
But I think they will But if you're gonna be, I think you're right. They're gonna sacrifice Kelsey Plum.
I think they're gonna sacrifice Kelsey Plum.
Cause they're gonna feel like she's, you know what I'm saying, she's expendable at this point.
Yeah. And you know, yeah, she probably won't take it though. But she could do 3-on-3. She did it before, but you know, because you know she won a 3-on-3 goal, and then they put on the 5-on-5 team the next Olympic cycle. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna go young and turn, like they say.
I'm telling y'all. For the people that say Angel ain't gonna make it, either y'all drunk on stupid or y'all sipping on their yak.
Angel's game is built for the physicality of the global game.
Forget all that.
The international game is different. That's why I think you gotta have tough players who can play.
Lakeisha, forget all that.
What?
They're not gonna send the second popular person home. They're not doing that.
Hell, I done told you this many times. People do. I wouldn't put nothing.
They do super stuff, but like what she does great, nobody else on that roster does at a high level.
Hell, they sent Candace Parker home.
But you know that was a beef. You know that was a beef with Gino.
I get it, but I'm saying
but Sue Bird loves LOVES Angel.
Yeah, and we got 3 years to see if that love is gonna keep up.
We gonna see.
Yeah, I don't put nothing past none of them.
But like I said, if she do something that's better than everybody in the history of the league, they're not leaving that home. She could guard
I'm not
one.
With you, I'm just telling you some F shit has always happened in the Olympics.
I'm telling you, she could guard 1 through 5. Not 2 through 5, not 3 through 5, not 4 through 5, not 5 through 5. 1. Your point guard, your shooting guard, your small forward, your power forward, and your center. She could guard your ass, Lakeisha. She could guard 1
and that ain't
through
stopped
5.
Them from disrespecting her, so.
She could guard 1 through 5, Lakeisha. I could guard 1 through 5, Lakeisha.
Let me tell you something, Chad. If Duvall was on the board, I would be 100% sure.
100%. 100%.
But he's not on the board. If I was on the board, I'd have already announced it.
You know, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna tell Angel she coming off the bench though.
Look,
cause I can't start you over Fee. I can't start you over Stewart. I can't start you over. Well, I can start you over Stewart, but I can't start you over Asia.
Yeah, Stewart might be at the end, but I can't. But Fee and Asia Wilson is probably gonna still be. Well, we'll see 3 years.
I think Fee gonna play more of the 3 in the Olympics.
Fee say, "Look, player, I'm gonna play whatever the hell I want to play."
But I do think, I think you're right. You're 100% right, and this is why the MAGA fan.
Some F shit going on. That's all I'm saying.
The MAGA fan gonna have a rude awakening. I think Caitlin coming off that bench.
Yeah, they gonna be up there fighting, talking about we boycotting. Okay. Y'all do you.
Cause Paige better, and I think Sabrina game is just as equal as hers.
Look, Look, they gonna do like they did Bad Bunny. They gonna have their own gold medal game. You know how it is. You know them damn MAGA people. Them MAGA people be doing it. Yeah, we gonna have our own Olympics. Okay. We the only country that had this foolishness going on. We the only country that had this foolishness. Wait a minute, y'all had 2 Super Bowl halftime? Yes, we did. yeah, we did. It was weird, but we had it. Okay. So
Well,
I don't put nothing past these people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chatting Duvall, that I'm cynical like that, but I am. I don't put nothing past these people. People get shafted all the doggone time, and we be sitting up here like, what the hell?
Now,
But
let me throw this out at you.
In my heart that she's gonna make the team. I do feel it.
Let me throw this out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talked about Chelsea Gray. How old Chelsea Gray right now?
31, 33. Sorry.
33?
She might
So
be
she'll be
33.
33? She'll be 36 for the Olympic team.
I know. That's why we talked about she might not make it. Yeah.
That's why I said I can see them saying we'll have the Congo guards with the Paige and Caitlin and Sabrina. And then they might still be light on the power forwards. I mean the small forwards. Do they get Juju? Do they put Fee at the 3?
Look, let me tell you who gonna make it. Bam Bam gonna be up there being a point guard. That's who y'all need. She gonna make the Olympic team, and y'all.
She gonna get no international donuts with the Queen feelings.
Let me stop. Well, I put it to you like this: if Chelsea Gray don't go, then you gonna have to bring them combo guards like Sabrina and because even hell shit, even Juju is a combo guard. She can.
But you can put Juju at the 3 though.
You can put her ever. Juju can play all positions.
Yeah.
The ball.
And that mid range is wet.
So I just hope she come back as Juju. We won't know until she plays again. But I hope she comes back as Juju. But yeah.
She going to. And the reason why I say that because she go at that point she gonna be what? A year and a half, almost 2 years off that injury?
Should be, yeah.
They said after a year you supposed to be back.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Bro Claude told me that about Kia Nurse. It's been 2 years and look what we got. He said, "Oh, it's been 2 years. You know what I keep telling y'all, that injury be, feel right to 2 years. Kia Nurse gonna be a beast." And Kia Nurse made Uncle a liar from the pit of hell.
But Kia Nurse is she was zapped by the Monstars. The Monstars took her superpowers and
True.
they just took it. She wasn't the same. They took Rebecca Allen's superpowers and just that's why they played like they played. Superpowers, the Monstars just.
But I'm with you. I think they're gonna bring in the young and turn for half of the team, and they're gonna keep some veterans to guide them, into the next generation. Like I say, the people that I think that are locks from the old team, like you say, I think me personally, the locks to me are Fee, Brina, Stewie, Asia,
yeah,
and I want to say AT, but then I understand
36 at that point.
I understand her age. So my locks is Asia, Jackie Young, Sabrina.
How about Kai?
Fee. Kai is not a lock for me.
Okay, yeah, I understand that too.
Not a lock for me. She another person going through knee injuries. I don't know what she's gonna be in 3 years.
And they might use that excuse to push out.
Yeah, I don't know. Because she been plagued with injury, if you think about it, for the last 2 straight years. So much so you've been over here talking about she on PTO.
PTO time, I told you. Her and Shaq. Now, this is the thing you got to think about. If that team that I announced that I think going to go, that probably going to be the biggest Olympic number ever. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
That's superstars galore that I just named. You're going to have 3, well, On that team, you gonna have 1, 2, 3, all 5 superstars that I think are superstars. Then you gonna have 6 potential superstars they put in Juju.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be star. Then it's gonna be in Los Angeles. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
They're gonna be the biggest number.
And it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Kara Lawson.
But she'll be all right. And that's why I think she's gonna have a quick hook. And I think Sue Bird gonna be on that staff. Cause I think Sue Bird gonna want to watch over everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And y'all don't get me wrong. I like Kai. You know I'm a Kai fan. But Kai be don't. Sometimes she don't be looking the same. I be like, where my Kai at?
I think they might want to go young though.
I be like, where my old Kai at? Where she at? So hopefully she can get through these injuries and she reinvigorate herself, because she another person that used to have a quick first step, but I don't see that burst no more. Not like I used to. So goddamn Phantom won again and beat Vinyl. Anyway, moving on. We moving on to the next thing. We moving on. All right. Well, a little birdie told me that one of my Tigers might not go where Bro Claude want them to go. And when I saw this article, Duval, I was like, huh? And it went, nobody said nothing but me being me. I found it and was like, that's something to think about. This article says, hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. The Dallas Wings could take surprise prospect if they trade down in the WNBA draft. You know, we all know they got the number 1 overall pick. I don't know how they keep getting number 1 overall pick every year, but it's crazy. Anyway, it's the second year in a row. This thing says the Dallas Wings have top overall selection in 2026 draft, but that does not necessarily mean they will keep it. There's a possibility that the Wings could trade back because several teams are interested in a specific player. The Wings have kept things open with taking a number of players with the top pick, but they have also shown a willingness to trade down in the draft. The great thing about this draft is a lot of optionality, Kurt Miller said after the Wings won the number 1 pick. The optionality that we're going to have as we approach the draft is going to be really, really important for us. We receive very few phone calls about the number 1 pick last year. The last couple of years have been consensus and probably pretty obvious teams weren't going to trade their number 1 pick. But I've received more pre-lottery phone calls before people even knew where we would be drafting about this year's draft than I did all of last year. So basically what he's saying is he's getting a lot of calls about that number 1 overall pick this year that he didn't get last year, because it was a foregone conclusion that they was going to take Paige. All right. Flau'Jae Johnson could be the Wings pick if they trade down. A player that is flying somewhat under the radar for this year's draft class is Flau'Jae, the LSU guard who helped them win a national championship 2 years ago with Angel Reese. Johnson is projected to go in the first round in the WNBA draft, and she could be the shooting guard that fits next to Bueckers in the front court. Johnson is best known for her scoring ability. She's a true 3-level scorer who can create her own shot off the dribble. She's shooting a career high 46% from the 3, 49% from the mid-range, and 64% at the rim. However, she's making just 34% of her non-rim paint attempts, CBS Sports contributor said. UConn guard AZ Fudd is viewed as the best shooter in the draft, but Johnson is not far behind her statistically this year. Johnson also has a lot of room for growth, and that should be intriguing for teams looking to draft in the WNBA this spring. Duval, do you think Kurt Miller trade down to pick up a wing like Flau'Jae? Or you think they just blowing smoke?
They trade down. I'm gonna tell you the team they're gonna go get it.
Who?
Can I interest you in Chicago Sky?
Mm.
I think Jeff P gonna have one last Hail Mary, and he gonna go down number one spot to get Olivia Miles. And he gonna give up that 2027 pick swap that he already got with Washington. And he gonna just give it to the Wings outright. And they'll be beneficial of the pick swap. And I think they will go down and get they will go down and get Flau'Jae. The Sky will trade up to get Olivia Miles. That would be his Hail Mary. If he don't do that, he gonna trade for a veteran. But if he gonna trade, if he gonna draft a guard, if he gonna draft somebody in the draft, he gonna want to draft Olivia Miles like he wanted to draft her last year.
And that would guarantee that pick
Yes.
if he has the number 1 overall.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think Flau'Jae will work alongside Paige. I don't think there's any problem, nothing to think about with that. I think it'll work. Why would they pass up on drafting AZ Fudd number 1? Because everybody kept saying AZ Fudd going number 1 because she got to go where her girlfriend at.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Oh, you talking about Dallas or you talking about Chicago?
Dallas, because they would be trading down, so that means they would give up that number 1 pick. And a lot of people said they was going to use that number 1 pick to get AZ Fudd to put her back together with Paige.
I think because AZ Fudd's not playing as well as they thought. Not saying she's playing bad,
She's not playing bad.
but she's not playing like the hype that she was getting at the beginning of the season. I think a lot of that slowed down.
Her team is so good, though.
That's the thing. And so that's how somebody like a Kurt Miller could justify not picking Asa Fudd. And let me throw out this wrinkle that y'all ain't thinking about. I'm gonna tell you why I think for a fact that the Olivia Miles, not Olivia Miles, but the Flau'Jae Johnson to the Wings could make sense.
Go ahead.
Who Flau'Jae agent?
Her mama.
Who's Paige agent?
Yeah. Is it really? I thought Paige agent was somebody. Who is Paige? Is it really Flau'Jae mama?
For a while here.
Yeah, we gotta look that up. Oh.
Why you keep keeping yourself on mute? Why you gotta look up something?
I have to, because the baby was a holler. Do you want to hear the baby holler?
It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I heard worse. Bro Clark be hollering all the time. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Paige agent. Who is her agent? Let's see.
Either Kia Brooks is her agent or Kia Brooks like help deal with her situation.
Yeah, I don't.
But they have a connection.
I don't know if it's because right now this thing said, but I don't know if this is true. This thing say Lindsay Kawagas Colas. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
But I think Kia Brooks closely deal with Paige when it comes to her situation.
Okay. This Lindsay Lady Colas is well known for representing top women's basketball talent, including Diana Taurasi and Brianna Stewart. So maybe she got them from UConn. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, so. Yeah. I know Flau'Jae mom is her manager, but I don't know if because agent and manager is two different things.
Yeah, that one said manager. So it's Kia Brooks her manager too. I think that they have a connection.
Yeah, so I do know on the basketball court. I know some people were saying in the chat, it would be a good fit. Why wouldn't it be though?
Well, you talk about with
Flau'Jae on Dallas. They don't have a wing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it though? Am I missing something?
Yeah, she'll fit with Dallas real good. And they can get if they need to get a point guard, they can get this is a deep draft. Dallas got the beginning of the second? They could probably trade up and get a Kiki Rice or something like that.
Yeah, because Kiki Rice is let me go look at the draft picks right quick because there's not a whole bunch of wings in this draft. If I'm tripping, I mean, hell, we need a wing. Talking about Chicago. People be talking crazy. I just don't get it. Like, yeah. AZ Fudd is a small guard. Flau'Jae is a small guard. And the only other one is Neepkins, Gianna Neepkins, but her defense is kind of spotty.
Mm.
So, yeah, I don't know. So Dallas got the number one overall pick, and then they don't pick again until what is it? See, they don't pick again until I'm trying to see. I don't think they pick again in the first round.
Mm.
Yeah, that's their only pick.
No, I was saying they got to begin the second round pick, right? I said they're gonna trade
That's
up
what I'm
back in the
trying.
first round.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do they have a second round pick? Hold on. Full order. I'm clicking on this. Uh, no, they went to Seattle.
The second round, okay.
They don't have. Yeah, Dallas don't have another pick until they don't. Yeah, they don't. They don't have one in the second round.
Mm.
They only have that number one pick, and in the third round, they got the first in the third round. The first pick in the third. So that's all they have. They have the first pick in the third. They lost their pick in the second round. It went to Seattle. I think that was that deal they did. And then they got the number one overall pick. So basically, they only really had that one pick.
Okay.
And they might could parlay that one pick into multiple picks.
I just sent you something to you on Instagram with the relationship between Kia Brooks and Paige Bueckers. So you can read that and see what you read into it.
I'll say it later. What the hell? It's coming up. It's taking a little bit.
My apologies, Chad. We're trying to do this on the run.
Yeah. I don't keep a post sweet message for Paige Bueckers. Oh shit! Here come the doggone. Okay. Put these down. I really pray they go for tree. Or against each other. Okay. What is wrong with this? Why is it taking? Brooks is well known for entrepreneur and her passion. So praised for her performance on the court. Paige ended her college career with I mean, I bring this up. I don't think it's saying anything of her being a manager. Though.
Okay.
I think this is just really. She was praising her though. This thing real. So, hold on, I'm bringing up though. My internet going to the left.
That's why I'm not
Come on,
sure.
piece
So
of
I
shit.
thought she was a manager or affiliated with her or something like that. When it comes to her
I think they just all. I think they just all. It's slow.
okay.
I don't know what it's doing. It's just taking so long. Let's see. Come on, piece of shit.
But either way, you know what I'm saying, even if she don't have nothing to do with Paige situation, whether or not, is they would still be okay with
I think
going
they're.
to that
I
destination.
think they're. Yeah. My thing is basketball wise. I think. Well, Dallas is another team that needs a lot of stuff. They need a big. They need wings. All they have is guards. When you think about it, they got Zajays, Paige Bueckers, Rickea. Who else over there? They still got Lee Uru. She's a big. Who else is over there? and Madison, right?
Yeah.
So, but I ain't mentioned a wing. It's taking a long time. This
But
thing must got a lot of what you call it?
Lag time or cookies.
Cookies or something, because it's taking a long time. However, they are still close friends off the court, where the former UConn star also has a good relationship with Johnson's mother. I said I posted a video, and she said, "One game I wish we would have seen in college was LSU versus UConn, featuring incredible talent, Paige and Flau'Jae. The game would have fed families. Laugh aloud how y'all say it. I'm really a fan of both these talented young ladies because of their humble, funny spirits. That is what draws me closer to them. Not just because Flau'Jae is my daughter. I really pray they'll both achieve great success in their future endeavors, including the W, which will most likely be our only chance to see them with or against each other."
I found the answer I'm looking for. She's not a manager. She I guess it's a lady named Lindsay KC.
That's what I was telling you, which is a longtime UConn agent. She represents Stewie and what's the other person? I'm pretty sure Gino.
Maya Moore and all them.
Gino controls a lot of stuff now. I try to tell you that Gino, you don't play with Gino. You don't play with Gino. Gino control your whole life. She probably just ended up staying with him because they was getting her deals and stuff. But I will say this, like I tell people, I don't. So some people, a lot of people don't. I don't want to go. Okay, but Jeff P got to make a splash. And Kurt Miller said he getting a whole bunch of people calling his phone for that pick. So, and as we just found out with Dallas, they don't have a lot of picks. Even Duvall thought they had a pick in the second round. They don't have a pick in the second round. They got that one first round pick, and then they got the first pick in the third round. That's all they got.
Now think about it. We got 2 in the second round.
Right. And we got the 5th pick.
I could believe they could give that 2 twos, and they don't give out that 2027 the pick swap pick.
Because they might end up keeping gonna look at it.
Either, but think about this. Jeff gonna look at it like this here. Jeff gonna look at it like, shit, if it don't work, I'm gonna be fired anyway. So why I'm gonna care about the 2027 pick? I think Jeff gonna go big game hunting. Because he already know that
Chicago got 2 second round picks. They also got a pick in the third, and they got the 5th pick in the first. They got draft capital, that's for sure.
Because
meanwhile,
but think about this, he already know that think about this, he already know that them free agents not coming to Chicago. The only one I think could come to Chicago is Brittany Sykes.
Yeah.
Because her close friend with Angel and her best friend is Ariak is assuming that she stays. That's the only person I can see that comes to Chicago. But other than that, nobody's coming to Chicago, and he knows that. So I think they still have this vision of playing a style of basketball a certain way. And I think they realized, just like because remember Jeff P said this at the end of the season press conference, that Vandersteel cannot be counted on like that because of injury. So if you get Olivia Mount, a younger, faster. So if you get a younger and faster,
he's got to do something.
Point guard, you can play this certain style that him and Jeff, not him and Jeff P, but him and Tyler Marsh want to play. That fast pace up and down style, like Chelsea Gray. And so that's what I think. I think that situation could be for Chicago Sky. Because like I said, I think Chicago Sky is desperate.
The only thing with Dallas is this is what we saying, Chad. Dallas can pick AZ Fudd with that #1 overall pick, so girlfriends can reunite. But that will be their only player they get. And they have to work their free agencies, free agent players to get the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They ain't got but that one pick. And they got a 3rd round pick. That's it. That's all they got.
Yeah.
And they might want to parlay that 1st round pick into multiple picks so they can continue building their team. They need, if they're gonna do AZ Fudd like that, she has to be a sure thing. Because that would be their only pick. That's it. So that's why Flau'Jae name got thrown in the mix with that, in my opinion. Not saying it's not gonna happen, but when I saw the article, I was like, well, that is interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, and I agree with the chat. I mean, what we said is Chicago out there on that man about multiple scenarios. Because we've talked about Rickea going to Chicago too. But they gonna want something back for Rickea. Jeff do something. That's all we telling y'all. Right, Duval? He got to do something. So I don't know what he gonna do. But still, if Dallas let Rickea go, they just got to get the picks back because they need picks, is what I'm saying. So we'll see. We'll see. Devon, you still there?
I'm still here.
Huh?
I'm still here.
I thought it was my computer. But yeah, they got to do. All we saying is Kurt Miller got to do something, and Jeff P got to do something. So I'm pretty sure Jeff P is around there whining to somebody's GM.
Now I had to get that lemon juice out my system.
You so daggone crazy.
That lemon juice, say it's stopping kidney stones.
And look, people talk about Scott don't need the #1 pick to get Olivia. Okay, so if they get the #1 pick, who would they pick the #1 pick? Y'all let me know, chat.
They got to get
who they get with the #1 pick?
Because they don't want to take a chance of her going 2 or 3. Because 2 is what? Minnesota. Minnesota could have an outside chance of getting them. I think they're going to get all fam, if anything. And then 3 is going to be Seattle. Whatever they thinking, like the Chicago Sky's thinking.
Yeah.
Whatever they thinking, okay. Skylar Diggins, she made the All-Star last year. But how many years she got? They didn't want to, get Olivia Miles.
Yeah, how many years? Yeah, because Skylar Diggins, how many years she got left in the game?
Because she was 36 years old, right? Now, the question, we don't know what,
Yes, I think Skylar is 36. Hold on. Go ahead, keep talking.
I was going to say, the question that we don't know when it comes to Seattle Storm is how high they on, because they was really high before she hurt her knee, was Nikki Mooley. They were high on her. Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm talking Nikki. Remember the girl Nikki Mooley, the European that hurt her knee?
Nika Mule.
Nika Mule, yeah. They was high on her last year before.
I ain't heard nothing.
So I don't know how they really feel about her because she's a point guard out of Connecticut. She's out of UConn. So if they high on her, they might just pass on Olivia Miles But if they not high on her, then they'll get Olivia Miles. If that makes sense.
And she another one that had an ACL, so it's about 2. She about 2 years out, but I get where you're coming from.
Not 2 years out. It'll be
So
I think she had an ACL tear September.
Oh no, I'm talking about what y'all say. It take about the second year for you to get back going. So,
second year.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, Dallas Wings need something. I'm gonna tell y'all who. Like, because people be running around here acting like they got so many damn spots. I'll tell you who on this Dallas. Let me tell you who's on this Dallas roster, and most of them are free agents, so them people might not even coming back. Because Rickea still got to make a decision on herself, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna call her. So I don't think Rickea gonna be able to move like she want to. But I could be wrong. Hold on, let me get to the. I don't think they're gonna let Rickea go for This doggone thing is so slow. It's gone. Thank you, Paige. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I need to refresh. All right, let me put her up.
But Paige coming up here. You know what I'm saying? She paid her money. Because we need more money. I need to get paid.
All right. Paige said, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't think Dallas would trade the pick unless they're able to get Angel or a good 4 player and still be able to pick AZ.
I don't think they're married to that pick, though. That's the thing.
I don't know. Because I know a lot of people like AZ Fudd, and I like AZ Fudd too. But just stop and think for a minute. What is AZ Fudd really going to do for Dallas?
All that. I'm going to tell you 2 things that y'all ain't thinking about. Because we haven't seen it last year, AZ Fudd is very injury prone. First of all.
I mean, her first
very injury prone. So she's an injury risk.
She is an injury risk.
Now,
she having a good season this year.
She having a good season. But did she already tap out? Because for her to have a good season, it's still Sarah Stone's team. How good is she really? And that's what Kurt Miller had to contemplate. With Flau'Jae, if I could trade down and get more picks and get her, he could justify saying it's still some meat on the bone with Flau'Jae. He could justify and say Flau'Jae ain't being used right at LSU.
He could develop her a little bit more, and also she's not injury prone.
Yes.
She's played pretty much her full 4 years, except for a couple of injuries, but none of them were major.
No, not at all.
So, and I think people okay, let me tell you about this Dallas roster. Diamond Miller is still on that roster. I don't know if she's gonna be a free agent.
I think she's a free agent.
I don't know because she only been here 2 years,
but
so she might be still on the rookie deal.
They said everybody gonna be a free agent except for the rookies in I want to say the 2023 class and up until today, and Kalani Brown and Lexi Brown.
Yeah, but I think Diamond Miller came in that class with Aaliyah Boston. Yeah,
she's still on the contract.
Yeah, they got Maisha Hines Allen, but they ain't married to her.
No,
they got Grace Berger. They ain't married to her. Isaiah James and JJ Quinlan are guards that are still on this team.
They got Leah Rule, but she limited.
Who are still rookies. Louisa Gasol-Soder, I'm probably killing her name. She is a rookie at center. Maddie Seagrass is still on the rookie deal, so she'll still be there. Rickea is probably going to be a free agent, but they might. I don't know if Rickea has been cored, but I can't see them. I don't know what's going to happen with Rickea. Leah Rue is still on the rookie deal.
That's what I'm saying. But she's limited though.
But she is limited. Now Taisha Harris is on this team. Remember, she came from Connecticut Sun. She's probably a free agent. So Then Haley Jones was on this team too, but they're not married to Haley Jones.
Not at all.
So, but they do have so if you add AZ Fudd to this mix, you got a lot of little people running around.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do with Isaiah James and JJ Quinterly?
Mm-hmm. Doing good draft picks too.
You just keep them all on the roster and hope for the best? Because Isaiah James was having a hard time getting playing time last season. Now, a lot of people are saying she being not utilized right. All I'm saying is somebody got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And they need somebody with some length. I don't know. But I've been saying that about Dallas for a couple of months now. And everybody's been talking about AZ Fudd. And I'm like, I like AZ Fudd, but I just don't know.
And just what you got to understand, too,
I just don't know what she do for them.
Yeah, just what you got to understand, too, with Flau'Jae. When it comes to how Kurt Miller would be evaluating her.
Mm-hmm.
She's somebody that can get on bucket.
She can.
I don't think Izzy Fudd is that person. I think Izzy Fudd get her bucket, especially on the college level.
She's a more of a pure spot up, you know.
With pure spacing and you know what I'm saying, big man getting double. Like I said, the WNBA is a lot more physical. So the injury prone labor gonna come into play, and can she have that same effectiveness as a shooter when she has to be guarded, face guarded, like with these WNBA women? You know what I'm saying, like the Desanes of the world, they're gonna be guarding her.
And we're not saying that Flau'Jae gonna be the number 1 overall pick. That's not what we're saying. We're saying the Dallas Wings are contemplating trading down in the draft so they can get multiple picks out of that number 1 pick.
We thinking Chicago Sky gonna trade up to the number 1 pick because he gonna be desperate, extremely desperate.
Because Dallas only got 2 picks in this draft. That's it. So they might get more players, more bangs for the buck, right, Duval? If they trade down and still get a talented player in a position that they need.
And that 2027 draft pick gonna be attractive to them.
Yes.
Again, you gotta think about it from Jeff P. standpoint. He feels like if he gonna get fired this year, that 2027 draft pick don't mean nothing to him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if he gonna go down, he gonna go down swinging, because he knows for a fact that he's not going to get another WNBA job. He's not gonna get another college basketball job ever in his life. This is one and only opportunity. He knows this. So he know it gotta work or nothing.
Definitely Jeff P. Jeff P is he make it or break it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daddy ain't gonna be able to save him after this year. He gonna give him the owner gonna give him another year because he in trouble. All of them in trouble in Chicago. But this is probably his last year. He trying to that's why Kurt Miller said his phone is ringing a lot. I'm just reporting that Kurt Miller said his phone is ringing off the hook.
You know what I'm telling you? That's the reason why.
And that's all I'm saying.
Because ain't, like I said, not Angel, but is it for no? He's desperate, and that's why he gonna get all them picks from him. Because Jeff P gonna tell Kurt Miller, I'm in a bind, Frank. I'm in a bind, Nate. That's what he gonna tell him. And then he gonna rape him for all his draft picks and everything else because he in a bind. Because he know this is his only shot.
Yeah, the other possible scenario, right, Devon, is he called Kurt. Look, okay, Kurt.
You don't want a Rickea.
Give me a Rickea, and I'll just give you all my picks. But then that's a big gamble.
No. He ain't gonna give y'all you pay for a Rickea. He might say, give me a Rickea. I'm gonna give you Ari Atkins in a second.
Okay.
Because Ari Atkins don't want to be here at this point.
No.
In Chicago, I mean. And Angel don't want her there.
Yeah.
And Rickea would be exactly what Angel needs. Somebody that can just get their own shot, even if they ain't consistent. Somebody that could just control the offense and be the first option on offense and get their own shot. She would love that with Rickea. Because Ari Atkins, we found that out clear as day. She's not that. We know Rickea is that.
That's why people be talking about, they be talking about Flau'Jae inconsistent. Rickea is inconsistent too.
Yeah. But we know it.
She a volume shooter. So you going to get them games where you like, God damn it, a Rickea. Then you going to get them games where, oh, Lord. Can she hit it? So
but remember, we seen Rickea score 24 points a game.
Yeah, we have. She's a different scorer, that's for sure.
So we seen her score at a high level. We seen her put 37 on the Chicago Sky last year, and they still lost though. But she put 37 on their head, on Ari Atkins' head.
This is why it is a gamble for me. Mm-hmm. It's not a Rickea skill set. It's a Rickea. Can she deal with the BS of the Sky? Because a Rickea will check out on you. Yeah. Once she realizes BS, she'll check out on you.
But I think what I would think would help massage the situation, you have somebody like Angel in her ear every day.
That ain't gonna matter.
I think it would matter. And I think it would matter because Angel would try to convince her to just get through this year.
Shit, Rickea probably be telling them she the head NIC in charge now. Okay.
So you say that all you want to. Till she walk around that building and see all the Angel posters.
Rickea got it. You know, I love my Rickea, but Rickea, I'll never forget when she was sitting on that sideline and Dejanay was losing and Rickea was like, I ain't part of this. Yeah. I'm not part of this shit show. Yeah. So I'm here to play devil's advocate. That's it. Yeah. I'm just telling you, a Rickea, when shit ain't right, you know, especially because this is what I'm gonna tell you. And the reason why I say that too, I mean, you know, because she didn't respect Man Bun. You think she gonna respect Tyler Marsh?
No, her real coach is on there. Oh,
okay, Trammell. Yeah, Trammell.
I think they're gonna get rid of Tyler Marsh and put Trammell in there.
They might have to because Rickea might say, you know what, I can't do this.
I think that's gonna be the play. Mm-hmm. They're gonna get rid of her. They're gonna get rid of Tyler Marsh, like in the middle, close to the middle of the season, and put Trammell in there.
Somebody say Nas Hillman on the bench for the Rose. Let me see. Is she really?
They ain't announced nothing yet.
I thought Nas Hillman was on another team.
And then Miles went after Duran. And then Isaiah.
I gotta show you something real quick, Lakeisha. I know this ain't.
I thought Nas Hillman was on a different team though.
This ain't WNBA related, but we need to see a little something real quick, just look.
They fighting in Charlotte.
Yeah, go ahead, show that.
Yeah, we about to get we about to get off the I mean, so man, just a little break.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Don't show that one. Don't show that. I'm gonna show you the one. Take it off. Cause they got one before that. So you gonna end up showing that one. But show the one I sent you before.
I do know the NBA people starting to fight a lot this year, ain't it? Mm-hmm. They've been about that long.
So show the one I sent before, and then show the second one. Show the one that you just had second.
Hold on.
But show the one that I just gave you first.
Let's see what's going on.
Musa is not a problem for a good defensive team. And Duran is fouled. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, okay. What did he do? Headbutt him? Oh, wow.
I have never seen Musa.
Yeah, let's go to it.
Let's go to the last topic because I don't know. People like to be violent out here. Like to be violent.
Yeah.
Like to be violent out here in these streets. But hold on, let me bring up the ESPN article, and we'll get to your tweet. Let me make sure I got okay.
And then after you get the ESPN article, show that Instagram one I show.
I will.
And that makes sense because we ain't show that Saturday.
Okay, I will. All right, guys. This is our last topic of the day. As everybody know, Rakia Jackson and her former boyfriend, he was arrested. He allegedly crashed his SUV into her car. I'm gonna go through the time stamp of this. Basically, what was going on. Let me see what they say. Let me make sure I ain't want to read. So James Pierce Jr. allegedly crashed his vehicle into one being driven by WNBA player Rakia Jackson multiple times and struck a police officer with the vehicle while evading arrest, according to the criminal complaint. Pierce was arrested Saturday in Florida on 5 felony charges, including an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated stalking, and aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer. He was released from the correctional center on Sunday after posting a $20,500 bond. That seemed kind of low, but anyway. Rickea, who plays for the Los Angeles Sparks, told police that she saw Pierce following her. Oh, let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay, there we go. She said she told police that he was in a white Lamborghini SUV on Saturday morning. When Jackson's car stopped at a red light, Pierce got out of his vehicle and attempted to open her car door on the driver's side. Jackson accelerated away and started driving toward the Doral, Florida Police Department. Pierce entered his vehicle and continued following her. During the drive to the police station, Jackson said Pierce intentionally collided into the rear of her vehicle with his SUV. As she got to the intersection near the police station, Jackson said Pierce cut her off with his car, and when she attempted to back out and get away, he used his car to collide with hers head on. The affidavit stated that the photographs of Jackson's vehicle showed damage consistent with what Rakia's account of the events happened. Doral police officers responded to the scene after Jackson called. According to the affidavit, they saw Pierce standing on the outside of his SUV on the driver's side with the door open. An officer pulled a gun on Pierce and ordered him to get on the floor. Pierce then got back in his car and closed the door. The officer opened the door, but Pierce shut it again, locked it, and drove away. While Pierce was driving away, the SUV struck an officer in his left knee. The affidavit describes it as intentionally in an attempt to evade arrest. Police followed Pierce's vehicle in cars until Pierce crashed at an intersection. Pierce then got out of the car and fled on foot. Officers were able to catch up with him through Pierce began to resist arrest by tensing his arm and not allowing officers to apprehend him. So it sound like Duval that he was following her. She noticed him when she got to the red light. Mm-hmm. She had to stop because it was the red light. And at that point, he took that opportunity to get out of his car and go up to her driver's door to try to get her to get out of the car. But she pulled off from him. And that, and then the altercation went crazy after that.
Yeah.
It's very heartbreaking for me to hear that type of stuff because we love Rickea as a basketball player, but when a woman tells you they don't want to talk to you, why can't you just listen? But hold on, let me pull up your thing right quick. Hold on.
And while you doing that, I say this because I want to add this to the situation.
Go ahead. I'm pulling this
Like
up.
they said, Jackson, who ended her 3-year relationship with Pierce, told officers that she blocked his phone number to prevent future contact, and he reached out to her through alternative numbers.
Yeah.
And so that's crazy.
Yeah. She ended the relationship. She blocked his phone number, like you said. Pierce used an alternate number to call her. Text messages from Pierce continued through Friday and into Saturday morning, even after Jackson explicitly told him via text on Friday afternoon to leave her alone and that she wanted nothing more to do with him. She showed the messages to police as evidence of ongoing, unwanted communication.
I just resent you the video I want you to show.
I think I got it up. You talking about when they was together?
Yeah,
I got that.
Yeah, because you put this up before. I know if you found that or not.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. Let me take this down. Yeah. My thing is circular for some reason.
No, okay.
But I got it. He's circular.
Yeah.
All I can say. But it looked like it's moving now. Hold on. Let's see.
It was 2 weeks prior.
This was 2 weeks prior?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see how she looked and everything. No, cut the volume up.
Oh, hold on.
That's on her.
Let me see if I can cut it up even more. Okay.
So play.
Go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm tagging her in this too. So wherever she at, that's on her. What you watching, mommy? Oh yeah. See, hey, I'm posting this too.
Baby,
I'm posting this. Give me a kiss. So don't act like that. Give me a kiss. I'm tagging her.
That's okay.
So wherever she at, that's on her. What you watching, mommy? Oh yeah. See, hey, I'm posting this too.
Baby,
I'm posting this. Give me a kiss. So don't act like that. Give me a kiss.
It's obvious that she didn't want to be a part of whatever live streaming he had going on. Some people don't like to do PDA on live in front of everybody else. So he just kind of ignored her wishes on that. But Devon, I'll let you go. It's heartbreaking for me because I just hate young people throwing, especially him. I hate that Rickea is going through this, and I hate that this young man couldn't find a different way to handle this situation without he didn't totally destroyed his life, in my opinion. Destroyed his football career, in my opinion. When he could have let things de-escalate and, walk away and just give her space if that's what you want. If a person if Devon tell me he don't want to talk to me, guess what? I ain't gonna keep harassing Devon. Mm-hmm. It's just common respect and courtesy. So I'll let you go.
I'll just say this. Did you want to play the statement?
What's your statement?
The statement by him. Remember he had a statement from his lawyer?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hold on. The lawyer done drafted a statement, huh?
Yeah, you know how that go.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not it. No. That's Angel.
Okay. We got super chat. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want me to get paid.
Okay.
Today.
Hold on. Oh, that's not
read the super chat while you trying to pull up that lawyer thing.
Hold on. I got it. Hold on. It looked funny though. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Take it long. Let me get the super chat. Hold on, y'all. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Chocolate Girl. She said, do y'all remember during the W season when Rickea appeared to be having a mental health break? I now wonder if it was due to something like this. Hey, I do remember that, Chocolate Girl. She took some couple of days off and the coach, was telling everybody that she'll be back, and it's not what y'all was saying. Remember, people was giving out speculation. Maybe she pregnant. Maybe she did that and the third.
And she didn't fit the offense and stuff like that.
And all that, and they were saying she didn't fit the offense under the new coach, and that turned out not to be, because Rickea came back, fit back into the offense, and the rest is history. But I'm with Chocolate Girl. It makes you go back and think about that time away she took.
Yeah.
During the season. That's a great point. Uh-huh. Let me read this what I want to say. This statement from his lawyer. Let me stop saying that sarcastic. That ain't right, Keisha. Okay. Statement from James Pierce Jr.'s legal team. We look forward to working with the state attorney's office and fully investigating this case and uncovering the truth. Mr. Pierce maintains his innocence and urges the public to understand that while allegations have the power to shape a narrative, that it is hardly the full, complete story. We look forward to vigorously defending our client and remain confident that he will continue contributing positively to both his team and the community he serves so well. You got the flow, Duval, because I got to process.
Gotcha. Let me say this. Let me add this also to the situation. Before she blocked him on Friday, and he had to try to reach out to an alternative, which we had read already.
Right.
A day prior, he was at the NFL Honors Award, which was in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was in San Francisco. Yep.
He was there.
Yeah, because he was one of the runner-ups for Rookie of the Year. Okay.
And I want to add that because for him to want to leave San Francisco to get to Miami to hunt her down, that's a dangerous situation. So I'm finna have a real conversation with y'all.
Yeah, so what you're saying before you had that real conversation is he left the festivities of the Super Bowl and him being a finalist for the Rookie of the Year awards to go to Miami where she was playing.
Yes.
I'll let you have the floor.
And what adds insult to injury is his mother was gassing him up on the NFL honors on his behalf, doing all that line, knowing that her son wasn't S. And I'm just going to leave it that way.
But a mama's love is a mama's love now.
It is indeed.
Right.
So I'm going to break it down in two components. Men. The reason why we get put in these situations, because there are two things we refuse to do on a regular basis, which one of those things we refuse to do on a regular basis costs us our life. Go to therapy, go to the doctor. Go to therapy. The reason why I say going to therapy is because of this. A lot of childhood trauma or trauma in general that men go through, instead of us dealing with it with someone that can really process it and give us the perspective that we need, we always have this mentality, we can do it ourselves. We can overcome it. I don't need no help. I got it. I can handle it. Women are good at just going to seek help and seek advice and seek consultation from someone else.
Yeah. Even if it's not a professional, just seeking help.
Keisha, don't be cutting me off on cooking.
I'm sorry, my brain.
I'm cooking like grease now.
I told you I'm processing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, men, unfortunately, because, and this is where society is blamed for this, especially African American in society, we was always told not to show emotion, not to show any sign of weakness, which shows emotions in people's mind, make us feel robotic. instead of human. And so men need to seek help with therapy. Most importantly, men need to go to the doctor. Instead of you feeling pain and saying, okay, I got it, I'll just sleep it off. Go see what's wrong with you so you can fix it early. And so I'm saying all this to say that if the young man who is 22, Rakia Jackson 24, but he's 22, will seek help early for whatever anger issue that he has, because from what I read, he had these anger issues in high school. His coaches and staff said he had anger issues in high school, so something eternally is going on with this young man to make him feel like he has these blackout and these spasms that he cannot control by himself. So unfortunately, he's in a situation that he has some issues that he needs to deal with, but unfortunately, he hasn't dealt with it yet, and it might have cost him his NFL career. And so now let me swing this over to Rickea. And I might swing back over to James Pierce if I got something else to think about on his behalf. But let me swing this over to Rickea, because I'm going to talk to you women in the chat. Hear me out and hear me good. Women, stop dating men based on their finances. Start dating men based on their character, because everything else will take care of itself if you base your love and affection for a person for the right things. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. A lot of these men that get finances and they wasn't high value or highly sought after before the finances knows that the only reason why you're dealing with him because of the finances. So what do that mean? That means that he have a mentality that because he knows you only dealing with him for the finances, and he feel like you wouldn't deal with him if he did have the finances, now he conduct himself in a way where he feel like not only he owns you, he feel like he can control you, and most importantly, he feel like he can treat you in the kind of way because he feel like his finances is buying his disrespect towards you. That's unfortunate, but that's how a lot of these men, when they get money, think. Especially men that have money that wasn't sought after before the money. So I'm telling you women, get somebody because of their character. Don't get somebody because of their finances. Because it's rare that they have somebody like Steph Curry, and I even say Jalen Hurts, who have the finances, but still have high character toward their women that they are dating. It seems like you can't get both when it comes to those type of men these days. It seems like these men use their money to control their situation, to feel like they have a power dynamic over these women because of their finances, and they feel like they paying for their lifestyle, so they feel like these women owe me. You owe me because I'm paying for your lifestyle, so you owe me your disrespect. You owe me your loyalty. You owe me your, you know what I'm saying, your love, your, you know what I'm saying, affection. You owe me that. And they approach these women in that type of fashion because of it. And that's why I hate this for Rickea. Because I guarantee that's the mentality that he has. He felt like he was the breadwinner. He felt like he had the money. So he felt like Rickea owed him her loyalty, love, disrespect, and her being a punching bag for him because of what he felt like he provided for her. And so that's why I say when it comes to Rickea, I said this Saturday, I'm going to say this today. Don't date right now. I know there's men, I'm telling you, they're going to be, Lakeisha, there are probably 100 athletes or celebrities that's in Rakia Jackson inbox right now.
I'm pretty sure they are.
You know how I know that for a fact? Because if I recall, Nipsey Hussle's body wasn't even cold yet. And Kodak Black was in Lauren London's inbox.
He sure was.
When people had to cuss him out.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle had just died, and he was in that girl DMs trying to see what's up.
T.I., that's why T.I. him and beefing to this day. There were men that had to cuss him out. Lil Boots had to cuss him out. Because that was straight disrespect. That man's body wasn't even cold yet. Mm-hmm. And he was already in the inbox. And that's just the one that was public. I'm pretty sure there was more men than that.
Right.
Than in that girl inbox. Ain't caring about that girl grieving. And so, when it comes to Rickea, you need to grieve. And nobody's saying that. And let me make this clear, because I normally don't respond to the chat. But like I said, this is a serious subject, and I don't want nobody to mischaracterize what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I know they was together for 3 years. I know they were college sweethearts. That doesn't matter. If he felt like he had the power dynamic from a financial standpoint, he gonna treat her as such because of it. If you think online, just look at all your celebrity relationships. Look how the dynamic of that situation, and how the disrespect that those women get based off it. So I'm not saying that she just came to him because of the money now. I'm saying they've been together. I know they've been together for 3 years. We mentioned that already. But it don't dissuade the fact that he is currently the breadwinner. And a lot of times when men like that, when they feel like they're the breadwinner, they feel like they have the control of a woman. That's just reality.
You want me to help you out?
Go ahead. Jump in.
I'm going to tell you this. Money does things like amplify some of your bad behavior that you already have. So, to your point, sometimes if you're already a ego, because abuse is about ego and about control. Mm-hmm. So you give somebody money, and it amplifies those broken things inside of you. Mm-hmm. Because you have the means and the opportunity to get where you need to go. And also you can throw your money in people's face when really and truly you had a young lady who was there before you had a dime. But you can't see that because so many people, women and men, are feeding your ego in this moment, especially as a newly rookie in the year, getting awards, getting this highly drafted. So sometimes money amplifies your traits that you have, that you might have hidden longer. Here's the thing, Duval. People can fool you.
Yes.
I mean, because I know a lot of people walking around here with somebody else's face and mannerism, and that is not them at all. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it takes a big thing to make that actual person come out. Mm-hmm. What that other person usually gets is red flags. Stuff that just, you might not pay attention to it, but you I don't know about that.
Put it this way, Lakeisha. What do people think love bombing means?
I don't know.
Keep cooking.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't know, but one thing money does. If you was like my mama say, if you was no good, you give somebody some money, and they gonna show you what no good really look like.
Yes.
Money don't taper down your personality.
No.
It amplifies it. It's like getting drunk. Like people say, a lot of truth be told when you're drunk. Yeah. Some of it is true because it comes out, it slips out because you impaired. But yes, I think with them is, and this happens in your 20s.
Yes.
People start to change. Both of them went through big changes. Yes. Reckea became. She was always a basketball star, but she became a star too.
In her own right.
In her own right. And we talk about all these different girls, but all of these different girls have different levels of stardom. And one thing is clear about Rakia's stardom is people have lamented how beautiful she is, right?
Yes.
For that is for a guy that's dating her with ego issues.
Yes.
That could be problematic. You have
it triggers his insecurities.
Yes. So if he already got insecurities and now he got money, and she might have think in her mind she never changed. But but things that's happening around her has changed. And he might have not liked it because before he just had Rickea to himself.
Yes.
She was there to support him. So
what I'm trying to tell the chat is this. I'm not saying she with him for this money. I don't even care about none of that. That don't even matter to me. I'm telling you in general, these athletes, millionaires, these rappers, whoever you want to think that has financial means, they use their money to mistreat people, to disrespect people, and to hold over things over people because of a power dynamic they like to have over individuals and their souls and everything else. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying I don't care if she with him for the money or not. That don't even matter to me.
I don't think she was. I think she
me
did.
either. Yeah. They would call her sweetheart. I'm just saying that because that's the part they keep arguing in the chat, and I'm telling y'all I don't care about none of that. I'm telling you a lot of these men that be in these situations, the reason why they act like that, because they feel like their money could buy their way out of everything that they do wrong. They feel like their money could massage their bad behaviors, which shouldn't be the case. That's why I said a few minutes ago, if you're gonna date somebody for their character. Because all the money and everything else will take care of itself. Get somebody with good character and values and knows the importance of treating a woman with the love and respect that she desires and deserves. And so what I'm gonna tell Rickea, if she was ever run across this show here, grieve, be alone, and allow yourself to heal. Don't jump into another situation right now. Allow yourself to process what you just went through, and allow yourself to be in a situation where you can really emotionally heal from this situation and be a better person on the other side, Rickea, before you jump into another relationship. Because this young woman is 24. She got, unless she's a I dream a genie and she know when she's going to be inspired on this earth, I want to assume that she's going to live a long life. And I hope that she assumes she's going to live a long life. So that means to me, you have plenty of time. That means you have enough time to sit back, reflect, react to what you just went through, and contemplate your next move when it comes to the type of person you want in your life. I hope she does that. I hope she takes the time to really massage this situation and allow herself to be a better person from this situation, because at the end of the day, no woman deserves to go through this and through this type of anger, behavior, childish, foolishness, and most importantly, life-threatening situation. Because that man hit her with a car multiple times. This is attempted murder.
Yeah,
that's attempted murder. He tried to murder the police. He hit the police with the car.
Yeah, he did. Well, when you in a rage, you do stuff. You do stuff. Because I will say this. I get where the chat is coming from to a certain extent. Because let me tell you something. They got broke SOBs. If you broken, you just broken. And sometimes you get off on that power dynamic. There's already a power dynamic between a woman and a man, because we're not stronger than y'all. So there's always gonna be a power dynamic with the relationship. And I've always told guys that I know and my son that you have to be cognizant of the power dynamic, and that is why men are meant to be protectors. You are not supposed to prey on the weak. You're not supposed to do that. That's why it's such a big responsibility to be a man. And that whole thing about if you don't have a father, there are plenty men out here raised by their mamas, and they are not out here beating on women. I've known plenty men come from 2-parent household whooping up their girlfriends.
This is what I'm trying to say. Leave the money out of it. What I'm saying is date somebody for their character.
I agree with that. Yeah.
If they rich and if they poor, date somebody for their character. What I'm telling you, where the money come in at is this: when you pursue somebody that got money, even if you see the red flags early, because he providing you the lifestyle, you overlook it. You look the other way and you try to tell yourself you can fix them. Well, you do that when you're poor too.
I'm about to say they got a lot of women do that. We are natural creatures that nurturers. We want to fix everything. That's just a woman. It don't matter who you dating. Women have been doing that since the beginning of time. And sometimes we have to come to a realization that it's not us. We're not meant to be somebody's mama. Their mama was supposed to help them through that part in their life. And if they did not learn it, then they need, like you say, they need to go to therapy so they can learn how to deal with their anger.
Their trauma,
but it is not for me to fix you. You got to fix yourself. So that's when you bow out and say, look, you need time to work on yourself. I'm out. But the problem with women is we are nurturers and we want to help you get to the next level. We want to upgrade you. And sometimes that's to the detriment of ourselves.
Yep.
So I wish this never happened, Duval, to be honest with you. I wish this never happened. I wish he would have just took some time to just say, she don't want to talk to me. Fine, because right now, homeboy, she probably never talk to you now.
No, then she got restraining.
You done did all this, and y'all might have could have got back together if you'd have kept your cool. But now you out here ramming cars, homeboy. That. But when you're in a blinding rage, you don't see nothing.
But this one I'm trying to tell you, she got restraining order on him and everything now. The court's got restraining order on him, so he can't contact her if he wants to.
I hope that piece of paper stops him. I do.
I hope so.
I hope so, because a lot of people are not here and had that piece of paper. So
yeah, that's true.
I just hope that she is surrounded by a lot of her family and friends, and she's still playing in her season. So it's just a lot to deal with, and I just really hate that for her, because she seems like a sweet girl, and I just hate that. I just hate this whole situation happened for her, because Lord, in your 20s, you're gonna be in relationships that don't work out. It ain't supposed to end like this.
Yeah.
God dog. Do Rekia got brothers?
Don't know.
Yeah, I need to find that out, because it might, brother, uncle, somebody need to go have a conversation.
But then that'd be like, even if she had brothers, even if she had a daddy, she hides stuff like that from them.
No, I'm talking about like, far as now that it's out, just like, look, player, she got this paper. Please don't let me find out. She look over and see you at the red light, because we're gonna have a problem, sir.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
I hope she is surrounded by people that can protect her at all times until this blows over, is what I'm saying. I don't want her to be alone. Because people have a way of worming their way back into your life. I know a lot of people not here because they took that phone call and started talking to that dude again.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a crazy situation. Man, the Rose getting beat done in out here, y'all. But anyway.
But yeah, it is a crazy situation. Like I said again.
It's a crazy situation. I just hope he because he does have the means to continue to harass her. It's my fear. Mm-hmm. And I just hope she stays around people that can help protect her, because so she won't even get into these, situations. She might need to call Angel and tell, hey, you got, what's that dude? That dude know a bodyguard? Because this dude, you know what I mean?
I think they're going to give her one, though.
Yeah. Especially at Unrivaled, right? Unrivaled's got to do something, right?
Chocolate Girl says she got 3 brothers.
Oh, okay. Good, yeah. Yeah. Because my son will be on the next thing smoking.
Hope so.
Yeah. He's like, what? Who you looked over at the red light? Oh, and that he tripping. We on our way. So hopefully, because think about this. In my opinion, he gonna try to contact her. Give it about a month.
He gonna do it through somebody else though.
Mm-hmm. If he's already calling from alternate numbers.
I'm gonna say he don't do it through somebody else because it's gonna hurt him more than anything. The idea is seeing her with somebody else.
Yeah.
They're gonna drive him crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, in his mind, that's his property.
Mm-hmm.
That's not somebody that's a human being that she got her own life and mind and anything that meant to.
And you don't love her. Because if you love her, you wouldn't be ramming her car with your car.
Tried to kill her.
So it's just about her being a possession for him.
Mm-hmm.
And how she ended. So yeah, I agree. It's a controlling issue, because if you love somebody, you wouldn't want to see them hurt in any stretch of their imagination.
Nah, but they'll look at it like that. Look at it like
even if they leaving you alone, you would want them to be healthy and happy. That's what true love is. It's not this foolishness.
Keisha, let me put this in there. You ain't looking at it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
When these people feel like they are possession, they feel like if they can't have you, nobody can.
Yeah, I got you.
That's why we have a lot of unalive and unalive situations.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say it properly because of YouTube guidelines.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But that's why we have a lot of underlive to unalive situations. Because the ideal of that person dealing with somebody else and that person benefiting more than that person who didn't value what they had benefit, they'd rather just make sure that nobody benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Him, the new person, or her, unfortunately. And so it's just like...
Yeah, I'm with you.
I just hate that, men don't take the time out to admit their flaws and go to therapy, go see somebody, talk to somebody, get the help that you need, rebuild your mindset, rebuild your brokenness or whatever trauma that you have gone through, so you can be the best version of yourself to a woman that deserves you.
I think it's such a stigmatism. Sometimes you just gotta, because I feel like we as women, especially Black women, we have to let our brothers know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay if you're struggling, it's okay to ask for help. Nobody's gonna look down. I think they feel like somebody's gonna look down on them. Oh, you need therapy? Yeah, I'm going through something. Everybody going through something, like my grandmother used to say. Talk to somebody. And for women, I know it's hard when you're going through situations like this. Sometimes you feel ashamed. Sometimes you feel like a failure because the relationship is not going the way you thought the relationship should go. But please do not suffer in silence, because you're not helping yourself and you're not helping him, because he needs help and you need help to heal.
Remember this now. Remember this. Remember this for a fact, especially back in the days. You say, hey, I want to go see help. What the first thing you used to say?
People say, what, you crazy?
Basically.
Right. I know.
That's the stigma right there.
My mama still saying to, she be like, I don't need to talk to no doggone therapist. You know, my daughter is a therapist.
Yes.
And so she be like, you just wasted my. I say, look, you need to go talk, talk through those feelings, because if you keep it bottled up, it's not gonna be good when it come out. So yeah, man. Hey, reach out, man. Nobody's gonna look down on you now. So, and just ignore some of your family members, because some of them still gonna make fun of you. Be like, no, leave me alone. Yeah. I'm going to get some help. You ain't gonna tell me. I ain't gonna be crazy. So,
but like I said, we gotta unlearn bad behaviors. Just like, and I'm gonna take this a different direction for a second. Just like us men had to unlearn sexual assault. I mean, assault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't know what I mean by that, do you?
What you mean? So I can make sure we clear.
Okay. I don't know if you did this back in your day. You might have did, you might not did. Have you ever went to either Freaknik or Daytona Spring Bling?
I never went to Freaknik, but I heard about it.
How about Daytona?
No.
You didn't do that either?
Not.
Well, let me help you out there.
I'm from the Party City, so I
don't know if they do this at Mardi Gras, so I can't speak on Mardi Gras.
It's crazy. It's crazy at Mardi Gras, so I never had to go anywhere else to see craziness. So I get you. Keep going.
I'm gonna say this. This is why I said we had to unlearn assault, because women back in the day, they used to wear their baby suits and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll walk down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And you'll have a lot of men
putting
their hands in places they shouldn't be putting their hands.
You used to not tap them on the butt. I remember those
all
days.
Other places.
Yes.
And never got held accountable.
Right.
Because back then, it was okay.
Right.
Now you'll get arrested. You do time for that now.
Right.
And so now we had to unlearn bad behavior when it comes to putting your hands on a woman in places that you can't put your hands on a woman at, because you can't control your insides.
Right. I got you.
But back in the day, that was accepted.
It was accepted.
Just like back in the day, women dating older men was accepted. Teenage women dating.
Now, some men used to get slapped. But,
yes. But for the most part, people used to turn the other way when teenage women used to date older men in the 20s, 30s, whatever.
Yeah.
Now that's no longer accepted.
Right.
So it's just like now we have to get to a point where we can feel like if a man say he want to go to therapy and get help and to be a better person, a better human being, and have his brain recalibrated from whatever trauma that he's going through,
right?
He should no longer he should have to ask, is he unwell, or is he you know what I'm saying, is he weak, or is he soft? He should be able to really be commended, applauded, and appreciated for deciding to go get help and become the person that God meant for him to be on this earth.
I agree. Because a lot of us was raised, not saying him, but a lot of us a lot of parents like me was raised in the old
school values. When
I was raised, if they touch you, you get smacked. But you are correct. A lot of people, they would do these things and nobody would say nothing. They would just accept it.
Yeah.
So I got you.
Even the women that were victims, they accepted it.
Yes. Because they didn't, what I'm speaking out for, ain't nobody going to do nothing.
Nah.
So, and matter of fact, a lot of times they used to turn it back on you.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like that?
Yeah. Why you wore that? You know what's going on down there. Why you wore that?
You got that short skirt on, so you must have wanted it.
Why you walk down the sidewalk? You could have walked somewhere else.
Right. right.
But that's what the parents of those women used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of treating them like the victims that they were in those situations.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said again, there's a lot of things that we have to unlearn when it comes to bad behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, going to therapy shouldn't be frowned upon. It should be applauded and celebrated. And until we get to that place, we are so far behind, we need to catch back up. Go ahead, Lakeisha.
And I'm going to say this before we get up off of here.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand that young boys was taught that too, and young girls was taught to keep their mouth shut.
Yep.
Nobody going to listen to you. You just whining. You're just trying to get a man in trouble.
Even if family members did inappropriate things, we were taught to look the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in the family. Don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Especially don't call the popos. We're going to handle this ourselves.
Yeah.
So, this is tough. That's why my daughter used to be here doing her sessions. I used to be like, I don't want to hear, because people be going through, so you'll be surprised of all the stuff people have been through in their life that shapes the person they are today. And if they don't deal with it, it comes out in some very sadistic ways. It comes out evil.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can hurt people. You can hurt people. Like that saying said, hurt people.
Yes.
So my prayers go out. His mama ain't out there talking crazy, is she?
I ain't heard nothing yet.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Okay.
Like I said, I ain't heard nothing yet. It's just,
because I'm a mother, and there's no way I would be saying anything but, is you crazy?
Oh, one last thing I want to mention.
Why don't you ram that girl?
One last thing I want to mention before we get off. We forgot to mention the minimal.
What?
The minimal prison time for this crime, if everything holds up, is 5 years.
Okay. 5 years?
Yeah. That's the minimum.
For ramming somebody's car? Okay.
And hitting the police officer. But, he got a lot of money and he got lawyers.
So, yeah, he gonna
plead out. He gonna probably get knocked down to probably maybe 6 months and some probation.
And this is probably his first offense, and they're going to classify this as domestic violence and heat of the moment and try to rehabilitate him, which let me just be honest, y'all. I don't ever want to throw anybody away, because people do make mistakes in their life. It only takes, my mama used to say, it only takes 30 seconds for you to change your life. It only takes 30 seconds for you to make the wrong decision in the heat of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to condemn him to where he cannot be rehabilitated, because it might have been a lot of stuff happening in his life, that got him to this point.
A lot of brokenness.
Yeah, but the money is going to help him get through this situation. I just hope at the end of this, he actually gets the help he needs to deal with relationships going forward, because he cannot continue this way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you want to close it out, go ahead and close it out. Before you close it out, I want to tell the chat again, go to the Full Court Trio.
Mm-hmm.
Watch my latest video called Right Message, Wrong Messenger.
Full Court Trio.
Full Court Trio.
Put it in the chat.
If you got time, go check it out. If you already checked it out, check it out again.
Right.
We appreciate you regardless.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us for sure, and appreciate y'all support. Please go support the Balls video. messing around with Vandersloot and Angel Reese, because Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna tell you what he talking about, but I'll tell you. Angel.
You'll learn something.
Right. Poor Angel. She be going through it.
Yes.
And Angel's Rose need her tonight. I think they lost by 25. 64. Rose 64, miss 90. God.
Trust their future to those who care.
God damn. Copper had 12 points.
Who had 12 points?
Kai.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I don't know, y'all. Check out. I'll put it in the chat.
But either way, we appreciate y'all being here.
Appreciate
Thank you
y'all,
for joining us.
Sorry, it was long. We had a lot of topics today, but I think we had a good time, Devo. It got heavy at the end. We had our fun, and then we had to talk real stuff.
Yeah. But we got through it in one piece, and we got through it with sensitivity and care.
Yes. Prayers going out for Rickea and her family. Because when you going through something, your family going through it too. So, and prayers out to that young man. Hopefully he gets the right people around him to get him the help you need. Because a lot of times you be surrounded around with a bunch of people that just spending your money and ain't telling you the truth.
Yeah. So
hopefully I'm praying that some good people come in his life, tell him the truth. However harsh it is, he needs to get the harsh truth. If I was in his life, I'd have been told him so. But he needs somebody to tell him the truth. So
a lot of times some people be
scared.
It's not just scared, they're yes man.
Yeah, because they want to keep their money going.
Yeah.
I know. They don't want their money messed up. And if they tell him the truth, he might tell them, I ain't giving you another dime. Okay.
Tell you peace out.
Right. So, well, yeah. And I agree with that, chat, because you got to understand a lot of people, they don't want to take accountability for their actions. So their first instinct is to deflect and blame the other person. He's going to go through that stage, but after he goes through it, hopefully he will come to see that it's his fault. But his first initial reaction is to blame the other person because it's hard to come to grips with it, Deval, that you might be the devil in the mirror. It's hard for a person to tell themselves that I was the bad guy. So they deflect and they blame that you made me mad, Deval. You the reason why I went upside your head. So that's why I say he need people around him that are gonna tell him the truth. So we out of here, chat.
Yeah.
We here. Hope y'all had fun. The Rose didn't.
Nah, not
Angel. Come on, man. Stop playing with our emotions, man.
We're tired, boss.
We tired, boss. At least, you know what? Bump it. Angel, please just give me a date that you are going to play again. And then I'll leave it alone.
March 11th.
Say March 11th. I just need a date, Angel. I miss you. All right, guys. They said on the Arrival post game, they mentioned Angel. What they say?
God damn. Don't tell me I got a roast candy about my goat.
Denise Sweet say they just mentioned on Twitter Angel Reese is joining Team Rose, but they did not confirm it.
Don't make me got to roast my goat. Don't make me roast candies about my goat.
Just stop playing with our emotion. I got Candace on mute, so I didn't hear it.
Me either.
So I'm gonna have to rewind it and go back and see what she say. But Angel, don't play with my emotions, player. Please don't do this, man.
Cause let me tell you something, Angel. Once you back, we back.
So stupid.
We gonna be doing live games. We gonna do pregame. We gonna do postgame. Cause like I said, once you back, we back. That means pregame, game, postgame.
Look,
if she ain't back, I'm on sideline.
Angel down there with Crocodile Dundee. No, she down there with Thor. She down there with Chris Hemsworth. She ain't worried about you, Duval.
Remember, for y'all to panic say she don't come back this week, she ain't doing that one-on-one, so she don't care about that.
No, she probably ain't coming back for no one-on-one. No. But hopefully after one-on-one, Angel, just stop playing. Just stop playing with us, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, your girl struggling, and Duval just flat out quit. So
yeah. Protesting.
Here we go, chat. Y'all have a great evening. We out of here. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. I know I hadn't said that in a while, but y'all know the drill. When you come up in here, hit the like button. My people on Twitter, hit the link, hit the join button, hit the like button. Just hit all the buttons. Mm-hmm. Click the link and hit all the buttons. Thank y'all for rocking with us today. Duval, thank you for rocking with me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We out.
Peace.